Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United and Leeds fans and Hull City fans. If you're watching, you find yourself watching this match. This is a match, review. This is a review of Leeds United 2, Hull City 0 at Ellen Road today. It finished 2-0 to Leeds United. Leeds get the 3 points and our first home win of the season in only the second game, it has to be said. The other one was the opening day draw against newly promoted Portsmouth. So Leeds are now looking a little bit better. The 3 games without conceding a goal, 3 clean sheets in a row, unbeaten still in the season. Off the 4 games, 8 points. We're sitting, I think, in fourth. Still 4 points off the top. Sunderland are doing fabulous in first position. Won all 4 games so far. And I did a quick thoughts on my Instagram account just to wrap it up. Try to wrap it up in a couple of minutes. And now we're on to the post match thoughts. So yeah, um, yeah. So basically, there was one change from the starting lineup. Manor Solomon on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. He got his debut and from the start for the injured Dan James. Hopefully, Dan will be fine and come back for the Burnley game. He has a couple of weeks to recover, but also he is obviously in action for Wales as well. So Dan wasn't featured in the matchday squad. And I thought Solomon was all right, I think there was a period of the game in the second half, sorry, in the first half, where he completely wasn't in the game, which was a little bit frustrating because I remember sort of saying to myself, you need to get Solomon into the game because he's levels above this division. He obviously is. I thought Louis Coyle handled him very well down that left hand side, his right hand side. Although a little bit of rugby tackles wasn't there in succession from Louis Coyle, but I thought Coyle had a good game. Obviously, he's a captain. He's played for them for a time now, and obviously back at Leeds. Saw his old mate Byram down that other side, didn't he? At the end of the game. I'm sure they'd have had a chat at the end of the match because they're pals, aren't they? Come through together through the academy. Yeah, I thought he was. I mean, the whole overall, we dominated the possession for the best part of the opening half an hour, let's say, and then I think Hull just caught a bit of momentum a little bit, and they were building slowly. I know their manager after the game. I did listen to him, and he sort of said, "Yeah, we were building it too slowly," and I have to agree with him. I think they weren't quick enough to sort of get by us. I think they were having a little bit of joy down that left side with Liam Miller. We know what Liam Miller can do from last season. Unfortunately from our point of view, but he's a decent player at this level. He was causing Bogle some issues. Um, yeah, I thought he did cause Bogle issues. Had a shot over the top. I thought their lad, the big lad up top, number 9. He was causing Rodon and Strauch some issues as well. I don't think they, like I said in my quick thought, I don't think they really handled him well at all. I thought they were. I don't know what it is about Rodon, but second half he really improved. Was a little bit more assured in his passing, and wasn't really tested too much. But first half he didn't look right, and I don't think he's really looked too right in the whole of the season so far. The 4 games that we've played. Um, there was a moment where he goes up with their number 9 and he gets beaten in the air, and you think, "God, he shouldn't be getting beaten in the air like that." Was hounding the referee for a foul. Wasn't a foul for me there. You just didn't do very well, and we're lucky in the end that their play came to nothing. But yeah, I thought Hull ended the half well. They pressed us quick. We were a little bit. I think initially we started press really high, and then we kind of dropped off them a little bit and allowed them to have the ball, and they were getting into some dangerous areas. There's a good save again from Melier, tipped over the bar. That was as close as Hull came really, and I think in the end, Leeds' quality and know how just shone through in the end, and we were comfortable winners. I mean, it gets to the half time at 0-0, and I do think we just need more. We're a little bit loose with our passing. We weren't taking care of the ball, nowhere near good enough at all. We needed to just tweak it in different areas and get Solomon more on the ball, get that down that left hand side because it was clear to me that that was where we were going to win the game really. And I thought Nonto obviously was caught offside so many times. It was getting a little bit frustrating, and I think having had a fantastic game against Wednesday last Friday in the number 10 role for quite some time of it, and he really did affect that in that position, that game in that position. I thought Farke might go with him from the start in number 10. He didn't, and I really, really don't like Aronson out on that side. I just don't know what it is. For me, that's just not his game. He's not a winger. I don't like that experiment at all. But yeah, I thought second half started. We immediately targeted that left hand side and tried to get Solomon more into the game, and I thought he did okay. He was obviously doubled up quite a lot. I think he was obviously as soon as he gets the ball, they were getting men basically, in and around him. They really obviously knew of his danger, and they were right to know because he goes and sets up the first goal, doesn't he? In the 63rd minute, is it? Really important time because it might, if we didn't score then, the game might have just ended up petering out to a 0-0 draw. But yeah, Solomon does well down that left hand side, beats his man, gets to the byline, crosses it in, and there's Mateo Joseph ahead of the central defender, pokes the ball in. Really great desire from Mateo to get in there and get his first goal of the season. His only his second ever championship goal, his first league goal at Ellen Road, of course, as well. And look how much he enjoyed it. He's got self confidence. You can see he's got confidence within his own within himself. He obviously backs himself to be at this level because he's only young and he's very inexperienced really. But he looks like he'll do well. He's combative. He's strong. He gets back defensively. I was noticing defensively he was, getting back and making sure that defensively we were sound. He was, holding their attackers off the ball as well in the defensive areas. He was doing a really, 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 really good job of it. He gets his goal, and there you go. I mean, there is more to come from him, isn't there? There definitely is. And that was, yeah, great to see. And from then on, the first goal goes in. I think we've won the game, really. I know it seems maybe a bit cocky to say so, but yeah, at Ellen Road, as soon as we get ahead, you kind of back us to see the game out. We sort of settled down at that point. The second half was much, much better. We settled down into a good rhythm. We were getting the ball back quickly. Tidier with his passing. The likes of Tanaka, Ramazani came on, of course, and looked tidy. I thought. Let me know in the comments there what you thought of the boys, the new boys, the debutants. I thought each of them played the part there. Little cameos from Ramazani and Tanaka, which shows that they'll be comfortable at this level, having come from Europe. But yeah, and I think then obviously it's we're on the counter attack. I think Hull were very susceptible to Leeds United, and they just couldn't handle it with the quickness. When we stepped up and we played it quick, which we know we can, they can't live with us. And this is how the second goal came about. They were pushing obviously to get the equaliser without really any real success and any real pressure, which made you kind of sit up and say, hey, we're in trouble here. It was just kind of petering out to a 1-0 win at that stage. And then, obviously breaks down the left-hand side. It's a little bit of tidy play by, I think it's Aronson maybe. Or is it? can't remember who it is, but they play the ball off to Firpo. And then Firpo, as he does, he's so good at this, Junior Firpo. And I don't think he gets the recognition he really deserves here because he just picks out Perot. It's a really, I mean, you think, oh, it's just an easy cross ball, but he's got to bend it around the defenders. Reach Perot, get the right weight on it, and he does it perfectly. There's Ramazani in the middle as well, but Joel Perot, he'll want a goal as much as anybody, and he gets his first goal of the season. We know how good Joel is at finishing these chances off, and he did it. It was a lovely finish, and that wins the game, ties up the game completely in the 82nd minute or whatever it was, 81st, 82nd minute. That's the game done. I'm delighted for Joel Perot as well because those rumours about Hamer swapping Hamer for Perot, Sheffield United with Sheffield United the other day, might have unsettled him and put doubt in his mind whether he was a part to play in this season. He definitely does. If you can get him firing and scoring goals, he still scored a good number of goals, did Joel Perot last season. You know, he's got a part to play definitely, and it was a lovely finish, and I'm delighted for him because he's been put on a little bit of the back burner, hasn't he? Really, for a lot of the time with these all new exciting players and Ramazani, Solomon, and all this. You know, you forget almost like we have got the option of Joel Perot, and he's a fantastic option. Finisher. He's probably the best finisher we have in the squad, I'd say. And and it was a lovely finish to finish him off, and that's it. Another win, which is great. Back-to-back wins, obviously for the first time this season. And another 2-0 win for back-to-back as well. 3 clean sheets in a row, like I said. And yeah, unbeaten. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. After those first couple of draws, couple of wins to follow it, that's the best. All you can do. All you can do. Weren't good enough first half. It was slow starters. But in the end, we were comfortable and got the job done. So let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Thank you very much for watching. And like I said, any Hull City fans, give me your thoughts on the game as well. Did you go today to Ellen Road? And what do you think of your chances? I know a lot of Hull fans, some Hull fans are wanting their manager already out. They haven't won a game yet, 3 draws, and that was their first defeat, to be fair. But maybe a little bit of time taken to get to grips with his, with his tactics and his ideas. But let me know what you're thinking. Thank you very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.